Like, and welcome back to another episode of Builders of Egypt. We are on the next mission, which is the second fall and uprising of Egypt. Gather 4 armies, export weapons, export chariots. Chariots is new, and gather families. So we're going to need the mansion. The mansion is going to have to go in here. That's fine, I guess. I've laid out where the shipping docks are. There are 3 other cities that will trade with us via ship, so we're going to need them. And I've got the fishing docks in. Now, there is clay in this area right here. That's totally fine. Probably have some houses or something down here and in here for the guys to work these buildings. I'll try and get the mansion probably sort of central here. We do have the courthouse as well, but we don't need it for this one. Not really. I think I kind of wanted that way. It's going to be massively off-center. It doesn't matter which way we sort of place this. But it's okay. Right, mansion is in. Right, I'll get the streets around the edge. I'll get like a well or something in here. I need to find out where wells and sanitary and stuff are all going to go. Sanitary. Let's get a physician in here because that's an important building. And yeah, I might just have these go like that. Yeah, okay. That's all good. We're sort of forming a plan here. Now, there's a lot of stuff you can produce. We can produce wood, there's the chariots. Turquoise and jewellery, waste of time. No one's going to buy it. The weapons, copper, granite and gold is all over here. So we've got gold here. We've also got granite here. And we've got copper right here. So I'd like to focus on building a settlement sort of right on the edge of this here to produce the stuff that we sort of need. And then we can get wood and clay from this area. So clay is down here, and I do want to get the clay in fairly sharpish. In fact, I want it sort of out of the way down here, right? So we'll have to, any houses we build in this area will have to be sort of kept away from these buildings because they are unattractive for obvious reasons. But that's fine. Build a road down there. I might make this a 2 road. In fact, we'll see where the wells have to go. So let's drop in a bunch of wells. I kind of want one there. Yeah, I will get one. Possibly not at that side. Maybe at this side. Yeah, okay, so get a well in there. I'll probably get houses down here. Although they will want to be away from the sort of granary area. I'll get a well right out the front here. And we'll get another one. Maybe about there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Now, the goal for this one, I think, is basically gain your army and then make money. And we want to make a ton of money so that we're sort of good for the next thing. Now, police station, but I also need the tax office in here. Tax collector will actually be a useful building in this one. And I'm going to get a bazaar over here and a bazaar over here. And I'm going to do this. How are you going to do this? Just get the bazaar in there, maybe? Yeah, okay. And then that should cover any buildings we build over here, because we're going to have other industries in this area. Now, we need a fire station over here. This is a lot of jobs already. It's a lot of jobs we have to sort of fill. Get the bazaar in. That'll cover all the people from down here, and we need the police station. Last but not least, yep. Well, there's a well there. Okay, well. Well. Time for you to go. So that covers out to there. Well, I've got a space. If this will actually fit, I don't know if it will. It will go in there. So we'll get a space there, and we'll have the next one come down there. Right, another thing I want to get in straight away is the water supply, because these guys here like that. We'll place it right in the middle there. We can place others out here. Yeah, just that'll cover all the areas out here we sort of need to build in. Yeah, okay, go there. Build that out to there. Then I can start to get my houses in. I don't need entertainment or anything for this one. They're sort of all good and that's not something they really require. But we're going to have to set the taxes and stuff in order to start getting the family stuff up and running. Build that out there. That sort of creates a little barrier area. We've got the granary. The granary is set up for fish. We are going to want this bazaar to only sell fish. Nah, 3,000. Try 1,000. We'll do 1,000 for each. And then hopefully this 4 clay is enough. Now I should have got a... Actually. Does a stockpile fit in here? It does. Excellent. I want a stockpile in there. That is going to stockpile clay. Now these 4 clay pits are going to be pretty much overkill. Where's the pottery? Pottery barns are going in. Yeah, again, I want to leave. I can get 2 in there. That's awesome. I can't remember where the actual entrances are. Oh, they're there. Now you're going to need... Now the plan is, I'm hoping to sell quite a fair bit. So I think it's this 2. And that 2 and that 2. Alright, okay. Might grab a couple houses for in here. We'll get some decorations in there. That'll separate them from the ugliness. No one's really going to want to live there or even here. Unless we put a ton of decorations in, which we will. In fact, what park do I have? Do I have the... Yeah, I do. Get that little park in there. Throw in a bunch of trees around the back. Throw a tree in there. Throw a tree in there. We are... Oh god. We're kinda ish throwing away money here, but it's all good. It needs to be done or these houses just won't level up. Do I want entertainment? Entertainment will help, so I'll maybe throw in a booth there. We'll have to fit the school in somewhere, which is under here. Is that... damn it. I hate it when it's just not the right size. We'll obviously throw in some religious buildings as well. That's going to be a thing they're going to want. So leave a gap there. Get that into there. Get that over to there. That should be connected. Alright. See, like, this is a nice area. for a shrine. And then I can fill that in there. I will throw... Oh my god. I keep forgetting that the absolutely humongous versions of these statues are a thing. Right, so those houses should be nice. You are gonna accept... You know what? I was gonna have this one accept the clay, but I might have it accept pottery and have the one over here accept clay. So again, you're gonna need a barrier between where people want to live. Grab that down there. Yeah. Alright, that is sort of all good. Now, what I want is... a line of trees down here. And there. Just to separate off these industrial buildings. That's gonna be fine. Right, I set up this bazaar, right? No, you did not. This one can also take 1,000 fish. If you can. Alright, I am going to start letting people trickle in to the village here. We've got that. They don't really like being right next to... the sort of community buildings. I mean, most people would be happy-ish if they were living next to a fire station, etc. Right, you, my friend, are going to stock pottery, 4,800. You're going to export it. You are going to stock that, and you're not going to export it. We need to go into our city and say we want to export pottery. Yep. Plenty of room for decoration in the middle here. We can get a few more houses in over here. These are all covered by a well. They are sort of almost just covered by a well. Oh, that's the wrong thing. And I'm going to get extra physicians placed into the world as well, because yeah, they can often be an issue. Right, throw that in there, just in the middle. I don't know if people are gonna want or like living next to a physician. I don't really care. Then I want a road that goes up here. And I want wood production set up pretty sharpish as well. And I'll get quite a few actually. 1, 2, and 3. Stockpile. Get the stockpile right across from this one. This path is unnecessary and it does delete quite a lot of trees. Stockpile wood. You can export it for the moment. I think I want another potter. And I am going to see... that's clay pit potter. Yeah, one will go sort of on the edge of town here. That's fine. Right, I don't really want any buildings in here. They'll be upset. Quite understandably. Throw a well in here. Yeah, that covers that area. start building over here. Yeah, this could be an area for decoration. I'm going to mix up the roads here. But I do want houses in this area. I'll probably get a couple of houses in here. Although I'll leave room for like a park area. So that's 4. And I'll get one of these bee parks in there. Haven't really left much room for decoration over here, but I'll leave this area there for decoration. We've got the booth in over here. Maybe let's grab a booth insert here as well. Maybe there. Grab a little park there. Grab some palm trees. How much money have I got left? 21,000. I still need to set up the other settlement. Alright. But that's quite a lot of houses. We are going to need people to work over here in this area. Again, I'll leave a gap between the granary. Just get some stuff in there. Yeah, yep. Plenty of room for decoration around the back here. I'm gonna place that up there and that up there. We'll throw in a booth at that intersection. Alright, so tax collector's gonna do his thing. It'll take a minute before people want to come and actually live up here in this area. I think I might get, if this works, like a temple in here. Temple, you're too big. But there are smaller ones. Just too big. Oh no, I think that the last one's even bigger. Yeah, it's the biggest of the lot. What's fine? Something can go in there. I don't know what, but I'll think of something. What about an A in here? Ah, you will go in there. Alright. Pop you in there. We'll get a temple down by the harbour. Because we will be getting people in over here as well. In fact, let's start getting people in over here. Leave a gap for decoration so the people will upgrade, etc. Alright, now I want other industries in. We obviously want the weapons production, etc, etc. I'm gonna barrier off this area. Ooh, the game is getting like weird and blurry and hazy. There's like gold flakes and stuff. Is this kind of waste of space? It kinda is, but it's okay. Like, will a well go up in here? It will. And one will go there as well. And we've got one up here. Or we can get one up there if we want. Right, down to 19,000. Now, I want to set up this small area here. Now, the furthest away is copper, which is right on the edge here, so that might not be too bad. Okay, so go like there and there 2 of them might not be enough. But then come all the way down here. Grab the stockpile for that. Yeah, just have it go there. That's perfect, actually. You are going to stockpile copper. Copper. You can export it, but we just won't set it up to export right now. Right. Gold. Gold is sort of over here. And I think the granite is sort of over there. Although we could possibly miss out granite. I don't want to miss out granite. But 2 of these should be fine. Alright, grab the stockpile. Right, the first people have come in. Let's go and see where they're working. So first house is upgraded. What were the first houses? Right, you're good. You just need access to a food type. If somebody goes and works in the fishing docks, that would be amazing. Okay, so they've come in next and they're upgrading. We still have a couple of buildings here that are, well, when we're going to need some. I don't know how they prioritize this. Like, they've gone into the public services and they've, I thought they'd gone into the temple there, but they haven't. Not yet. But they probably will. Right, I want weapons production up here as well. And we're going to need the chariot production. How big is this? It's not massively big. That's fine. We can squeeze those industries in around those areas. Okay, so we're going to need a lot more people to come in, although these houses are now upgrading and we'll have to wait for dwellers to come in. I wanted you to stock gold, and you can export gold. We have reached the small settlement stage. Yeah, that's fine. I've got 16,000 left. Now these people over here are not going to be in the greatest area. Now I need an architect's post. We're going to need 2 architect's posts. Because we need 1 to cover here. We are going to need a fire station that covers both. That's going to have to go down here, actually. And get the other architect's post there. Now, housing I can basically have in here. And they should be kind of good. It's not going to be an amazing existence for these people. But it shouldn't be too bad, right? I mean, you probably could get water in. Is that water there? No, nearest water is down here, so none of these people are going to get water. They're going to be on the low side. Right, so stock granite, please, and thank you, and you can export it. Right, so that's all good. We now want to say that we will export, go at the top, we will export copper. Nobody wants to buy clay, but we will export chariots once the time arrives. We will export gold, and we will export granite. And I think that's everything, right? We will export pottery, and we will export weapons when the time comes. And we'll export wood as well. Right, so that is all set up. You are set up for the granite, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so it's going to take people a hot minute to go and live over in that area. And actually, just thinking about it, Because you do get crime. Thieves will come over and try to steal some of your stuff, especially gold and jewelry and turquoise, if you have it, because they're valuable resources. Right, is anybody working in the fish docks yet? No. Nobody wants to be a fisherman. That's sad. So, the problem is these will level up very quickly, and then before you know it, we'll have too much of sort of everything. See, they're probably working... Yeah, there's 6 people in there. I didn't really need anybody to work in there presently, but they're in. So yeah, you need the food source. I don't know... That's at 60 or 60 already. Holy crap, that's awesome. Right. Go to my finances. Right, wages of employees, wages in kingdom. Tax rate will place up at 3%. We will do the salary. Taxes 24, salary 3. That'll start to get the family thing up. City is good, religion is good, prosperity is obviously bad for obvious reasons. Throw one of these in here. Right, so are they waiting for dwellers? Yeah, so they are still waiting for people to come in, which is fine. So that physician is there, but I do want multiple physicians and production building is full. The juggler school. Well, we can get, well, you can sort of throw jugglers around, can't you? Get that in there and get a juggler's booth over there to keep these people happy. They're going to get a little bit of entertainment going. In fact, flesh this out. Couple of parks. Couple of statues. That should keep them happy-ish. We can also decorate this area. Now, I don't really want to upgrade this anymore. I kind of want it to be as is for the moment. Now, where production, let's get the weapons in. So, let's get quite a few weaponsmiths, actually. Actually, delete this road. You are going to need a stockpile for these people. Okay. Remember that you need a stockpile for these idiots. That's not the path you were looking for. This is... I think I can fit a stockpile... Oh god. This is going to be one too short. No, it's perfect. Because I want my military bases sort of out in this area up here. Right, I've only got 10 grand left, so be weary that you are running out of money. I desperately need people to come in and start. Ooh, yes. Okay, so we've got that up and running. They are almost up and running. There's at least some people in that dock area. We're just not producing anything yet. Are these upset because they're near the clay? No, they just need access to a food type and hopefully they'll get it shortly. Like, this is always bad at the start until you start making things that make money. And now that they're closer to the actual loading wharfs or the harbours, they should be able to turn around those ships pretty quickly. Are you all... Your dwellers are in. You're still waiting on dwellers. We've got these new houses here that no one has arrived in yet. And I think I want chariot production sort of over here, which seems kind of weird, but that'll be fine. Can I get at it now? Yeah, I can. Build the stockpile first, because I want to see where the stockpile is going to go. You know what? Stockpile there. Chariots affair. Here we go. Oh god, what's happening here? Desirability. Yeah, see, they're not upgrading because of desirability, but they are now getting their food. Which is awesome. Again, leave a gap over here. Somebody has instantly went to work in here, but I haven't told you what to store. So I find that weird. Right, the game is paused. That's fine. You are going to store, god damn it, chariots. Where are chariots? And you can sell them if you can get them. You are going to stockpile weapons. And we need to export a certain amount of weapons, so that's fine. Unemployment did jump up a little bit there, and then it went down. I think it's these houses here that required at the royal court. No, go away. Right, my clay is coming in, but I still need people to work in these areas. Okay. How much money have you got? You've got enough. Build that there. I have to try and make this area nice enough for people to live in it. And as we know, some of these other decorations are more expensive. I really don't want anybody living next to this. They won't upgrade. Yeah, see, now they're gonna upgrade. They'll probably upgrade as well. These will have low desirability. Yes, they do. I need them upgrade because I don't really want to build any more houses. It looks like almost everyone has a job, although nobody wants to work in the pottery factories. That is kinda understandable. Like, I might get a bit of religion in over here as well. Get me the bee thing in there. There we go. Right, let's up the pace. Are we actually getting people living over here? There are, but I don't think there are enough people to fill all the jobs here. Alright, so copper is there. That's excellent. Wages were paid. I couldn't build there for some reason. Okay, so the traders were coming in. I guess I just need more people in over here. Oh. That should be enough to get them going. I might end up with a teeny tiny little bit of unemployment over here, but I will build something like a religious building, maybe just to soak up. Wait, this house is not connected to anything, and it literally... it can. Okay. That was weird. A little settlement in over here. You're wasting money on Buying paths. There's no physician over here. We'll hold the fort. Let's get one. Let's get two, if we can. So I want one roughly about here, and I want the other one roughly about there. Two might seem excessive, but plague will spread in that area very quickly. Right, are there anybody? Milestone, yep. I'm getting a bit of copper, getting a bit of fish. Mass upgrades there. This is all working. That's awesome. The clay is in. So we should start to get pottery. We should start to get wood. We should start to get weapons. We should start to sell stuff. Then I need to keep an eye on the unemployment, and as soon as the unemployment is gone, I will start building the military bases. Which will go down here. Oh, I ran out of money. I had money to build a military base and then it died. So is it like 6,000? Does it tell me? No, I should have enough to buy this. That's weird. Get it in. This might be a waste of wood, because there is wood in this area. Alright, so they're going to get weapons when the time comes. You've got your copper. I haven't seen... Ah, there's a ship right there. So you want a bit of pottery, you want a bit of weapons, you want some chariots. Chariot maker has no path. Do they both have no path? Man, the game's like lagging or auto-saving like every 10 seconds. Which is weird. Starting to get a little bit of unemployment. I need to see where that unemployment is. Just pick anything. Jeweler. Right, it's over here, which is weird. Because it shouldn't be. Oh, that's fine. I am going to eliminate that by getting another woodcutter in. Why won't you go there? Why won't you go there? Now it'll go there. Okay, I'll throw in a couple of religious buildings as well, because why the hell not? I'll keep these people sort of happy-ish. Yeah, people will work all the way from over there. Right, so we have everything pretty much set up that we need. We've got 100 weapons, we've got 300 gold, we've got a ton of copper. Nobody's working in here yet. Send army 3. What? We're literally like 2 years into the game and it's asking me to send 3 armies. These are nonsense. Send army 3? Are you mad? Died from 2 Asian hatchet strikes. Yeah, no. We can't send the army to help you. That's just completely and utterly bonkers. They would request that so quickly. Right, I'm not gonna beat around the bush anymore. We're gonna get this in. We're gonna get these 2 in. Right, I basically used up all my money. I've still got just enough money to build these paths around here. You know what, I want these all to look the same, so... Alright, should have got rid of the unemployment. 10. Still need a couple people for there, but I can throw some houses in there. You've got low desirability, which I find strange, because you are in quite a nice area. Right, I can't build anything else. I have to wait for some of these ships to be loaded up and sent on their merry way. So they are getting some stuff. Right, we'll come back once things are looking a little bit better. Okay, welcome back. The city is looking good. We've managed to keep unemployment down. There was a moment where these ships here, the ones that wanted granite and gold, which are these two, weren't getting anything. But I think because the stockpiles were too far away, so I built this stockpile and it now stores granite and gold. And they will now send it to the ships. So these ships were coming in and then just taking off. Now we've completed most of the things. We've got one army. Second army should be on its way. They should actually, the last 3 armies should come up quickly, since we're not using as many weapons. Now I did notice something, that as I was just scrolling around the city, I saw like a herd of animals. These herds of animals that have just been slaughtered by the hunters. And I'd never seen this before. And the hunting lodge was kind of broken. Previously it never really worked or did anything, or the guys would bug out and the meat would just sit there. But now it's working. So if you see a herd of animals and you have this option, it's good. It's good to have. Now I've limited growth. Most of them want pottery. They could get pottery. But if everybody starts upgrading, it's going to be a mess. We're going to have so much unemployment. And everything is looking good. Yeah, these guys have saved up 1,600 quid for me. Taxes were good. I actually increased wages, so people should be happier. We've got 470k, so Pharaoh should be happy. Thoth army is complete. Now Tefnut is complete, and Sobek and Mutt are going to come up very quickly, because, as I said, we're not distributing weapons to 4 armies now, it's just 2. So we're going to complete this soon. It's basically, I like ones like these, but it's super easy to make cash. Yeah, they're just, the gold is very expensive, so you get a ton of money for that. They are taking the weapons and the chariots and the copper, the wood, pottery. The pottery is right there, so it's super fast to load up. So are the chariots and the weapons, and it's looking good. In fact, how are we? We're at 2 or 4 armies. So Mutt is at 49. That is soon going to be at 50. It's weird, my archers do. So you see the archers there, but you don't see the foot soldiers, the infantry, until you properly zoom in. So Mutt is at 50, and Sobek is going to be at 50 right now. So yeah, this was a fairly easy one. We'll get on to the next mission in the next episode, but I'd like to try and get one mission done in these episodes, because these ones are sort of ones we've seen before. Build armies, make money with 500k. Pharaoh should be, I think Pharaoh died, right? It told us in one of these messages. That should be my 4th army up and running. I could actually build a 5th. I have 62 available workers. So 10 work in the base and then 50 recruits. It's not an issue. What's going on here? Why is Mutt or Tut or Sobek or what's the last one? Sobek. You're at 49. There's weapons right there, man. Take them. Have chariots as well. I'd like to see if there is sort of cavalry. There you go. Wage satisfaction. But I increased the wages, the rate of which armies gain experience. Yeah, they didn't gain any experience. There was that message where they wanted us to send 3 armies, when the first one was at like, I don't know, 20 soldiers. So yeah, those events come far too early. Rating of the city by the inhabitants. Why have they increased wages? You got food. They didn't get pottery. Or maybe because I limited how they could go. Price of imported goods is minus, and chances of other cities asking for help. No. Don't want the help. Right, so that's that mission done and dusted. Good. I think we've got something like 20 missions still to go. Construction of the palace at Avaris. Now, I don't think we'll be constructing this. I think this will be a case of we'll be supplying the goods to someone that is constructing it. Although it doesn't say, normally it would say export limestone, granite, all the other stuff. Let's just have a quick look. Oh, sometimes this bugs out. And once you go from the end of one mission straight into another one, but well, it looks okay. After the death of Sekenenri Teo II, a lot of people are dying. Well, I don't see why you'd want to be the ruler of Egypt. Right, gather. So that's going to take a crap ton of money. So we are probably, we will need, now it's giving me archers, it's giving me walls. But we had walls in the last time, and there was no enemy attack. There's a lot of water around here. Yeah, this might be good actually. Because they can't attack, they don't attack from the sea as far as I'm aware. This map space and stuff is all sort of wasted. You can't use this. Can't use this over here either. There's no bridge or anything like that. It'd be cool if there was like a ferry system. But yeah, we are sort of... Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to attack us here. Let's see what we have to play with. We've got the meadow farms. Meadow farms are good. The farms that require water, not as good. Fish is OP, as we know. Sanitary. There's a dentist. Oh, God. That'd be pretty horrible. Increases the level of culture required by houses. Required by houses, increases culture, increases culture. What are we going for here? Family. I think culture was a thing, right? Yeah, so if we build a ton of these. So culture is entertainment and sort of these buildings. That'll be fine. We can gather the army. There is clay on the map, that's nice, so I can make pottery, which will be nice if anyone wants to buy it. Papyrus is really good as well. No gold. There is wood. And there's no copper, so we're going to have to import copper in order to make weapons. In the flax farm, I'd prefer really to buy that in. We've got our temples, Bastet, Ra, and Osiris. We've got the scribe school, required by houses, and we've got the courthouse as well. Distance from the building decreases the chance of bandits arriving. So bandits might start to become a problem. We've got our dance schools. We've got the library. Neat. And then we've got mega huge statues and normal size statues. I haven't used D or C, the gardens. I've just been keeping it the smaller ones. They're way easier. So I would say you'd probably need the scribe school, and then you'd have to build this. Maybe not, but we'll see. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. Again, I will figure out where everything is going to go at the start of the next episode, and then we'll start the build. We'll blast through it. And there's some new mechanics here that we can explore in the next episode. So we'll leave it there for that episode. As always, if you did watch this and you'd like to leave a like, comment, or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there's more you'd like to see in the future, then hit the subscribe button. But I've been Danny Man, this has been Builders of Egypt, and I will catch you later.